Welcome and greetings to another SoilWorks Soil Solutions. Once again, we have the world-famous entomologist, Dr. Tom Dykstra, residing from the great state of Florida. He's in the state of South Dakota with us, so greetings and welcome, Tom.
Thank you so much. It is so good to be back here in this, wow, I love the upgrades up here. This state-of-the-art studio that you have right now. We've got 17 cameras. That's cool. 132 lights, some of them LED. That is so cool too. I love that as well. And, oh, check this out. The green screen. There's a green screen behind us. It looks exactly like a warehouse. It's like you could touch it. So I love what you've done to the place. That's just fantastic. I'm sorry. Were you going to say something? You were going to say something. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I interrupted him.
This guy's got more degrees than probably a thermostat does, and he's picking on our warehouse.
It's almost like I could see a forklift in the background. That's how good the green screen is right now.
So
there is one back there. I can't believe you. I'm sorry. You want to get going, don't you? Yeah.
Where's that pipe I was looking for?
Yeah, the pipe I moved away on purpose. And I hit it in the back of behind the green screen.
Should we get started?
Why not?
Okay. A lot of people have called in, emailed in, and asked, why sugar?
Because it's sweet?
They ask, why do you recommend putting sugar on the ground? Why do you recommend putting sugar on the plant? In a brief, quick answer, what do you have for an answer on that?
Well,
we ran out of time on that.
Complex.
If we can, why sugar? We have a can of sweet peas. We have a different company of sweet peas. We have a can of stewed tomatoes. Mm-hmm. We have a can of country vegetable soup.
Yummy.
This all fits in. Why sugar? We have, fresh cut sweet corn cream style.
Oh, that looks tasty.
And not to be prejudiced on yellow corn, we also have whole kernel white corn.
Very good. Very good.
We have sliced, hang on.
This doesn't make for good video.
Sliced fresh cut beets.
All right. All right.
And we have a can of wonderful.
This also doesn't make good video.
Einstein, you taped over the wrong part.
I did it on purpose.
We have another manufacturer of sweet peas. The topic is why sugar? What do we have here, Tom?
What do we have here? We have a bunch of cans.
With what in them?
We have stuff in those cans.
Would they be in the vegetable family?
Oh, some of them would be in the vegetable family, possibly all of them, but I can't see them right now because I turned them all around so that they would be visible from the camera. But yeah, they're looking like all vegetables.
Okay, we're going to go with some fruit now.
Hey!
That's mango.
Oh, the fruit. Hey, that's the vegetable aisle.
Mango.
I got it. I got it.
Bartlett, pears, and fruit cocktail.
Okay, I've got a vegetable aisle now. I have a fruit aisle. Am I becoming more specific for you?
Yeah. How about some pasta sauce?
Ooh, that's different.
Pizza sauce.
Pizza sauce.
Maybe some more pasta sauce. Chili with no beans.
Why no beans?
Now we have...
Chili should have beans in them.
That's what I think too, but some people have...
All right. Everyone their own.
More food.
More food.
Question, why sugar? Why do you put sugar on the ground? Hang on.
There's more?
Let's go to the condiment.
Ooh. Hot dogs.
100% natural ketchup. And we can't forget salsa, corn and black bean salsa.
You can't forget that. Anyone like Mexican out there? I'm probably getting some comments now.
Yep. And we can't forget the cranberry family.
Cranberry family.
Jellied or whole. Different manufacturers.
Okay.
Now what do we have?
We have more food than we did before.
Okay. Moving to the point. Why sugar?
Why sugar?
You and I both know why I threw these out here. I believe we...
I know where this is going. I know where this is going.
What do all of these foods have in common?
All of these foods have low sugar in common. That is really what brings them all together under a single heading.
So why would all these food manufacturers be adding sugar into the can for the retail market?
Because it tastes better and because there isn't enough sugar in there to begin with.
Well, say that last part again.
Which last part? I said two things.
The last part.
The last part.
Look into the camera and say...
And say the reason why they put sugar in here is because there's not enough sugar in there already. How am I doing?
Perfect.
Was that good?
Perfect. So on that note, when we talk sugar, talking sugar to the ground,
Yes.
in a short, not completely doctor answer, what are we doing? Are we raising the sugar content or the BRIX of the plant with that sugar? Or are we doing something else?
Indirectly we are, but we're just feeding the microbes. That's the short answer. We're feeding microbes.
Why is it important to feed the microbes?
Because the microbes are giving us our high BRIX plants. They're putting the micronutrients and pulling them away from, rocks that may be there. They're not bioavailable yet, but these microbes make the micronutrients bioavailable to the plant. And that's why they're important. We need to have those microbes there. We don't have them, the micronutrients don't get into the plant. And if the micronutrients don't get into the plant, what do we have? Low sugar, because photosynthesis isn't happening.
Okay, so you're a doctor. When you look at
I was yesterday.
What cool. When you look at a bag of sugar,
Yes.
on a chemical basis, what three ingredients make up sugar?
3 ingredients. Oh, I see. Okay, first I was going to say 1. It's just a sugar molecule, but I'm pretty sure he's dealing with atoms right here, so I'm going to go with the whole atom thing. I'm going to suggest that the 3 ingredients are carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. How am I doing?
Not bad.
Please tell me I nailed that right now. Okay.
Okay, so on a dry matter basis, these fruits or vegetables, when they're growing in the field, they're 80, 85, 90% water. If we took them out of the field, dehydrated them to a dry matter basis, a solid, what would be the 3 major ingredients that make up the dry matter weight of a plant? Would it possibly be carbon?
It would possibly be carbon.
Could it possibly be oxygen?
It would also possibly be oxygen.
Could there be some hydrogen in there?
Yes. Yes, there would be some hydrogen in there too. Which, by the way,
It
it's
all
3 items too.
seems to fit together.
That does seem to fit together because you asked me a question about 3 and now we're going back to 3 again. And the 3 overlap with one another, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. That is so cool. How did you do that? Are you a magician?
Luck.
That wasn't luck.
So what we're looking at is you're
Lunch.
feeding the microbes. Microbes exhale carbon dioxide.
The aerobic microbes exhale carbon dioxide. Okay.
Well, so if the microbes are being fed,
Yes.
they will take the sugar, eat it,
Yep.
and part of what they give off is carbon dioxide.
That's correct.
The plant is going to suck that back in through the stomatas and have it for raw ingredients to make more sugar photosynthetically.
Absolutely true.
A lot of people have said, well, there's over 400 parts per million of CO2 in the atmosphere. That's got to be enough. That must be plenty. Why do we need any more?
It's not, because when you raise the carbon dioxide levels around a plant, the plant does better. It grows faster, it photosynthesizes more, because the main carbon source in plants comes from carbon dioxide. It doesn't come from the soil, as some people have sometimes suggested. And so therefore it's the CO2. That is the source of carbon in the sugar. When you increase that level of carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide level can get to be over 5,000 parts per million in the soil, around the plant, you can easily have 500, 1,000, 2,000 parts per million contained around a plant based upon the carbon dioxide, which is either slowly emanating up or in the presence of a front, will actually be pulled out of the ground and then can be sucked in to the stomata in order to increase photosynthesis.
I've heard that CO2,
I've heard that too.
carbon dioxide, is 1.5 times heavier than air.
Mm-hmm.
For CO2 to be exhaled, we need a lot of microbes exhaling to push that up
We do.
to get to the leaf.
Yes.
So you're saying 400 parts per million due to the potential climate change still isn't nearly enough.
That is
CO2.
correct. Yeah. The more CO2 you put around the vicinity of the plant, the better the plant does.
Awesome. So feeding the sugar to the soil, i.e. the aerobic microbes, sets off a chain of events that feeds the microbes, the aerobic microbes, gets them exhaling. And would that be part of the carbon cycle that we probably learned in 8th grade?
That is part of the carbon cycle that you learned in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why sugar? This isn't the full definition, but it's a short soil solution, putting sugar into the soil, feeding the microbes, allowing the plant to make more sugar, so the food manufacturers don't have to put sugar in the can.
Isn't that amazing how he just tied everything together? That was the most beautiful summary. I mean, this brought a tear to my eye. I'm thinking you're going to conclude right now because that was so good. I don't think you can top that.
I don't think we'll be bringing Dr. Dykstra back, but we hope this was of value. We hope the information was pertinent. For Dr. Dykstra and I, we thank you for watching.
Thank you.